Hello, my name is Gabe Zollner. The plot thickens. Now remember David Gregory? You know, the guy that went on national television and held up the magazine? Well, apparently the police in Washington, D.C. reported that they warned NBC not to show the high-capacity magazine on the air before last Saturday's broadcast to Meet the Press. Yeah, they were told not to allow him to show it. But guess what? He did it anyway. Yeah, he did. And what he said is, here is a magazine of ammunition that carries 30 bullets. Which is what he said on Meet the Press. As he brandished the magazine, now isn't it possible that if we get rid of these, if we replace these and said, well, we could have a magazine that carries 5 or 10 bullets. Isn't that possible that we could have reduced the carnage in the situation in Newtown, Connecticut? Well, here's the problem. You see, the fact is, he did brandish the magazine. And now, according to Breitbart.com, they contacted the Metropolitan DC Police. And they spoke to a chief, Kathy Lanier. And here's what she said. She replied, yes, we're investigating the incident to determine if the magazine is real. Well, let me ask you a question. Let's say you go into a bank and you got a plastic gun and you say this is a holdup. Well, the fact that you had a plastic gun, the people didn't know it was a plastic gun. So the crime that you committed is no different than if you had a real gun. And what Kathy Lanier said to me is an escape clause for David Gregory. Yeah, they're going to determine if it's real. So what's going to happen is NBC News is going to come up with a plastic one. But you know what? To me, it's one and the same. No different than, as I said, you go into a bank, you got a plastic gun, this is a holdup. People don't know it's a plastic gun. And the crime was committed. So, if David Gregory gets off with this in D.C., which, by the way, has one of the strictest gun laws in the nation, they also have the highest crime. Now, how does that figure? But anyway, that's a different story. If he gets off with this, all that'll prove is how corrupt the system really is. What he did, especially when they had asked if they could do it, and they were told that they can't do it, he did it anyway. That's blatant disregard for the law. That's all. And whether or not that magazine is plastic, well, they're all plastic. Whether it's real or not real, I don't care. What he did is wrong, and it's illegal, and he needs to be held accountable. Let's see what happens. Personally, I think nothing will happen. I think NBC will get off. Gregory's on vacation right now. When he comes back, he'll be nice and refreshed. He'll get back on his idiotic shows and move on. A crime was committed. No different than in Benghazi. A crime was committed. And so far, no one's been punished for it. Hopefully that'll change. Thanks.